What's up, everybody? What's up? And welcome back to On the Warpath. Yes, it is breaking, breaking news here. Just coming off the presses within the last hour. And it is the end of an era here in Washington. I didn't go all the way to the top. Did not go with you to the top, but Jack Del Rio has been relieved of his duties as defensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders. That's right, Mac Jack has been cut. Him and his good buddy Brent Vieselmeyer, who was the defensive backs coach for Washington, got that promotion after being the assistant defensive backs coach here over the last 3 years, but replaced Chris Harris. And y'all know after the 45-10 defeat, this is what people wanted. We celebrate. I told you I don't celebrate people getting fired, but it was something that was necessary. It was something that needed to come here. And goodbye, Jack Del Rio. And Jack Del Rio, he had some good defenses here. You look at his first year, but the knock was that they play. And even before getting to that, Ron Rivera will assume the defensive play calling duties, we think. I mean, he does have Juan Castillo there because he did call the defensive plays in Philadelphia as well. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, and share this video out. Appreciate that. So we take a look at Jack Del Rio. Of course, this team was terrible, to say the least. In 9 out of the 12 games they've played, they've given up 2 or more passing touchdowns, a la Brent Vieselmeyer. We look at the development or the lack thereof of Benjamin St. Juste. We look at some of the regression with Cam Curl. We look at the non-development of Emmanuel Forbes and kind of, is he or is he not? The off and onness of Kendall Fuller. We look at that, and that kind of alludes to what's been going on as well. Multi-touchdowns. They're giving up the most touchdown passes in the National Football League. They gave up 4 of them to Dak Prescott and the boys last night. And then another thing here, 9 out of 12 games, over 350 yards passing. You can't win ball games like that, boys and girls. You cannot win ball games. Excuse me, if you're giving up 350 some yards there. And then another one, I highlighted this during my ranting and raving on last night. Washington will only force 1 turnover in the month of November. And that was on the very last defensive play against New England. Since then, we have not even sniffed a turnover or an opportunity thereof. It was that interception Emmanuel Forbes had to close out the game against Mac Jones and the Patriots back on the first week in November, back on November 5th. So right there, you look at the problem there. You're 30th in passing yards. You were 26th against the run, and I'm not saying giving up yardage, but per play. 4.4 yards per play this defense was giving up. And then I said we were last in touchdown passes. We were also last in the scoring category. 29th in yards. So we weren't that far from the end. But, it took a huge step back from last year. We were 7th in points for 3rd in total yards. But we know down the back end of the stretch, it didn't really help us. The only thing the back end did was help us crap a little bit more. Also, we look in 2021, this defense was 25th and 22nd. And then that first year, points for, it was 4th and then 2nd in yards in his first year. And we talk about what went wrong. Where did it go wrong? We can point to a couple of things, right? They traded away. It was always, Ron talked about adhering to the scheme, yada, yada, yada. This, that, and the third. That's why they got rid of Montez Sweat. That's why they got rid of Chase Young. And Chase Young hasn't lost a ball game since he's been traded to San Francisco. And Montez Sweat is regaining his form, if not being better. And he got paid as well in Chicago. So right there, boom, 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 boom. Those are nails in the coffin. And then you look at what they have not been able, this coaching staff, whether it's Ron Rivera, whether it's Jack Del Rio, whether it's Steve Russ, they have not been able to develop a linebacking core worth a damn. And what do I mean by worth a damn? That they can't even be functional. They couldn't get up. They couldn't write their own name. They can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. This is where you get at. We have the elite names of John Boston, Kevin Pierre-Louis, Cole Holcomb, Jamin Davis, David Mayo starting. When you had kids who you drafted who are now like grown-ass men in like Khaleke Hudson. Khaleke Hudson's been here 4 years. You're finally giving him some rip. And what do we have to show for it? Not a damn thing. And I know somebody, I think JP Finley said this too, that we have useless linebackers in pass coverage. They are useless. Absolutely. We look at some of the worst losses we've had. I think a lot of that has been the stubbornness of Jack Del Rio. You know, we look in 2021 against the Chargers in week 1. They got John Bostic covering Keenan Allen, or whoever the wide receiver was, but he was covering a wide receiver on the most clutch play on a 3rd and 13. Or he picked up 13 yards, but y'all know what I mean. It's unacceptable. And somebody finally got fired today. Going to take a look at Ron Rivera's statement. What's up, YT? Frost says, let's go. He said, I'm with you, brother. Get these fools out of here. Clap, clap, clap. Nicole says, let's go. Good morning. Happy Friday. Clifton Swift says, everybody's got to go after C. I agree with you. JQ says, hallelujah. Yes, indeed. I hate to see a black man get fired, but Martin Mayhew should be on deck. Bradley, I don't give a damn. If you're not doing your job, you're not doing your job. I hear you, brother. This is these seem people who tiptoe around the Eric Bieniemy situation. People, they all will be gone. Yeah, they'll be gone. Black Monday coming soon. Nicole says, LOL. I'm just praying the Dolphins don't put 100 on us next week. You know what? I ain't worried about the Dolphins. It don't even matter. Fire sale. They're all going. Ain't no fire sale. You just off it. You just ain't no fire sale here. All Hail Chevy says, who is the next? Is the question. Who next? That's the question. Don't know. I think it's everybody. I don't think anybody else is getting fired until the end of the season. I think this is pretty much locked up that we keeping Ron until the end of the season. We will see him out these last 5 games of the season. And they did release a couple of statements. Ron Rivera. I'll start with Ron Rivera's statement because there's a little bit of parallel here that I kind of liked, because it says, here's a short quote, and this is on Washington's Twitter page. This from Ron Rivera. Today, I relieve Jack Del Rio and Brent Vieselmeyer of their duties. I appreciate all that they contributed to the organization over the past 4 seasons, and wish them well. Wish them all the best moving forward. Head coach Ron Rivera. Can't wait for his press conference later today. Also, in this one from the managing partner, Josh Harris, quote, this morning I spoke with Coach Rivera and he recommended that the team make changes at defensive coordinator and defensive back coach. I accepted those recommendations and would like to thank Jack and Brent for their contributions to the Commanders. We wish them and their families well moving forward. And then this is where he gets into a little bit to the fans. I feel exactly how our fans feel today, disappointed and frustrated. It's how our players and staff feel as well. I knew our first season of ownership would include challenges along the way, and we will not shy away from hard work, nor will we be deterred by adversity. As Coach Rivera and I discussed, all of our energies for the remainder of the season will be focused on playing better, more consistent football, and developing our players while intently evaluating the areas in which we need to improve this season. Our fans deserve a team that can compete with the NFL's best, something we haven't done, and win sustainably over the long term. I will not waver from that mission. Thank you to our fans for the ways in which you've breathed a new life into our franchise, aka we got tired of hearing y'all. We have not been good enough this season, but our resolve for the future is unbroken. There you go. Thank you, Josh Harris, on that one. Whoop de freaking do. Yeah. I think that when he says he recommended, Ron Rivera recommended it, I think he gave him a choice. This is kind of similar to what Ron Rivera faced in Carolina before he got fired. He had another year, but I don't think that's going to happen this time around. But he had to make some wholesale changes on his defensive front. And now he's going to get to do that. Maybe he can audition as a defensive coordinator for somebody next year. But obviously, this ain't working, and we good. We get an opportunity. Like I said, I'm not going to cheer for somebody getting fired. I think that's a little out the way. But I am glad for the changes. I am glad that this team has decided to finally move on. Some people were yelling and hollering that this should have happened against Chicago. And you look at it, it could have happened against Buffalo. It could have happened against Chicago. 2 times against the Eagles. It seems like when the offense was and we saw it as a parallel yesterday in the Dallas game, right? When the defense was getting stops or holding on by the chin of their chinny chin right there, the offense fell flat, and vice versa. But a lot of times, more often than not, it was the defense. We look at the Philadelphia game, right? We just needed one stop. One stop. Both times, we just need one stop from the defense. The offense is coming back in the game. We couldn't do it. We look at players that have been scared to jump on the ball, winning fumbles. Cody Barton. You can't force turnovers. I mentioned this. How can you be a defense and you talk as aggressive as Jack Del Rio is on his Twitter page? You think his defense would be just as aggressive. And we probably, hey, that's going to be a treat. Y'all going to be able to get to see Jack Del Rio on Twitter again here pretty soon. Whew. Let's see. Jack's making it seem Josh Harris is making it seem like Ron making these moves. Right, exactly. But I can read, you can read between the lines. This was like, you need to make a decision. I can't watch it. I can't get drunk and hip and jig. He's like, this is what he said. He's like, I can't get jiggy with this shit anymore. That's exactly what Josh Harris said. That's exactly. He pulled a Michael Blackman and which one was that? Next Friday? Yeah, that's what they did. Say, happy Friday. What's up, Patrick? Needed to happen. Josh Harris did it that way out of respect for Ron. Yeah, and that's what you do. Like, I'm not crashing. You know that. I thought that was a good way of doing it, but you can read between the lines. Let's see here. Yep, defensive play good, offense do bad, and vice versa. Once the fans feel like Ron chose the team over, thank the Lord, friends. Yeah. And this was the damnedest thing. So they released Brent Vieselmeyer, who was and I did I didn't do a real in-depth, and probably when we have a new coaching staff, I used to do this who is expose on all these guys. So this is Brent Vieselmeyer's bio as a coach, right? So he started out he went to Concordia, Wisconsin, and so he started at Orange Lutheran High School. I don't even know where the hell that is. That is in LA. And then he was the head coach for 5 years at Valor Christian High School. Then he went to Houston Baptist University, which is an NCAA Division I. It might have been Division III by the time he was there. He was the co-defensive coordinator, was the first defense coordinator there in the history of that program. Then Jack Del Rio sweeps him up in 2015. He becomes assistant linebackers coach and a safeties coach from 2015 to 2017. He was an offensive analyst at Kansas. Then he was at Santa Margarita Catholic High School for a year in 2019. But since then, he's been in Washington in capacity as assistant defensive backs coach, nickel coach, and defensive backs coach. And interestingly enough, he does look like a guy who could play for nickelback. So that's why he was a nickel coach. Let's see here. High character. Let's see here. Bro, I'm so mad we lost. I told you, bro. I told you. Hey, it's okay though. Good to see you too, brother. Yeah, he's a high school coach. Yeah. Should we let vets go? John Allen, Terry, stock up on draft picks for the new general manager. I mean, I don't at this point. I think anybody is on. Anybody is available, right? At this point, anybody's available. If it makes sense in the cap structure and all that good stuff, anybody's available. And John Allen doesn't have, I don't think he has any guaranteed money left after this year. So you could probably get rid of him. I don't know, but we'll see. Probably would have fired Jack on Monday if we weren't playing on a short week. Probably so. Yeah, let's see here. This year, don't think anyone would do good with this defense. There are no studs in your defense. Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Jarvis, but still, I think at the end of the day, this secondary is the same secondary that was here last year, and they played halfway decent. And also, this is the third change that Ron Rivera has made on the defensive side of the ball. He's never gotten rid of coaches on the offensive side of the ball. He's gotten rid of all of them on the defensive side of the ball. Remember, Sam Mills the third last year. This year, you get rid of Jack Del Rio. Honestly, if we're really being a buck, and I said I don't really care, but when Jack had all the Twitter stuff and everything like that, and then you basically had to emasculate the man and everything like that, that kind of told you that it was probably hitting towards the tail. But the defense played better last year. Once he got off of Twitter, I guess, maybe he got on True Social. I don't know. I don't really care what he did. Let's see here. Let's see here. Like and comment. Yes, sir. What's up, Armand? And let's see what head coach need to do. Let the players play free and put them in better positions to succeed. Yes, indeed. What's up, Big Simple? Let's see. Fire sale. Everyone must go for shizzle. Let's see here. But the players got to play also. Yeah, you're right. And let's see here. Pay Cam Curl. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think there's some care. Like I said, we kind of talked about this last week. The fact is that I think there's talent on this team. I do. I really do. I think there's a lot of B+, B- players on this team. We don't have A+ players, but I think we got a lot of Bs. We got a lot of Cs, and we just say, Bs and Cs get degrees. I think we got those guys. We need these A+ crushers to come in here. We need a couple of A+. If we can get 2 or 3 A+ players on each side of the ball, this will be a team. This will be a team to be reckoned with, forced to be reckoned with. Let's see here. Y'all make sure you new your first time here on the Warpath. Y'all make sure y'all click that subscribe button and hit that bell so you get notification anytime it's coming. Defense is slow. Yeah, defense hasn't been good. You can't generate any pressure. There's been no pressure to acquire. That's another thing that we should look at too. How many sacks have we amassed since the changing of the guard in Washington? Let's see here. Can I pull up the sack list. So since we played Philadelphia, I think it's probably been like 2. We've turned the ball over an enormous amount of times, but let's see here. Sack. No sacks against New England. We had 1 sack against Seattle, I think, right? Is that right? We had 1 sack versus Seattle. We had we did have sacks against Tommy DeVito. I forgot about that. We had 9 sacks against Tommy DeVito, which that is what you call a outlier, boys and girls. Let's see. Cam is a Jag. I don't know about all that. Armand, I'd be very. I don't think he's a Jag. We overvalue. Now we might overvalue plays, yeah, but I don't think he's a Jag. We are infected with Ashburn syndrome. But like I said, we look at Chase Young. We look at Montez Sweat. Is that Ashburn syndrome, or they just doing their thing? Sometimes they are held back. Blame the coaches, but these players are bums. I agree. I just see a lot of the community wanting to keep him. So I ask y'all's opinion. I hear you. And yeah, get them likes up. That's right. To be honest, we need Washington to calm down on the screen passes. We do them so much. It's the only thing we can do right. Yeah, it's the fans who play crazy value on bums. Yes. Let's see here. Season's over for sure. So bye-bye, Jack. Ron is next. Says don't. Jeremy Reeves, thank God. So that means that Jack Del Rio was not putting. Yeah, he did. Yeah, Jeremy Reeves, he's a slick dude too. He put there like, thank you, God. And it was like an hour, and it was like right around the time that Jack Del Rio, they were announcing Jack Del Rio stuff. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He might not have. Y'all remember I showed you on Instagram. He was sitting there watching TV, so he don't know what's going on. Let's see here. Happy Black Friday. Alex says mostly the same defense from last year. How do we explain why it's been so terrible this season, especially versus bad football team? Like I said, that secondary has been atrocious. JQ says, what's our top priority going into the draft? I think you gotta redevelop the trenches, right? You got to get your offensive line going. You got to get some pass rushing up in there. You're gonna need secondary help. You need help at all levels. I think you take the best player. You take the best player at whatever position there is in the trenches or on defense. Let's see here. It's because trash players regress quickly. Cam Cheeto Curl, a fair contract. Nobody's scared of Cam Curl on the opposing team. When there's films out, things change quick. Yep. And then Reeves being out is hurting us though. Him and Cam played well together. And they said Josh Harris' hands were forced. Back-to-back blowouts. The second being the biggest game besides the Super Bowl. Jeremy's not even on other squads' active roster, but somehow need him. LOL, that's a problem. Lonnie says, Corey, Ron C doesn't play for A players. That's a problem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Because he had A players. He had Luke Kuechly. He had Cam Newton. They had some A players and a lot of Bs in Carolina. Yeah, fired JDR. Our defense played terrible performance yesterday. Thanksgiving Day, our team will keep Eric Bieniemy in Washington, says Jasmine Gray. Cam Curl is only one person, so much he can do. The culture is dead. Juice, yeah, Benjamin St. Toast over there is a Jag. Yeah, I agree with that. Kenneth Fuller can't play cornerback anymore. He's really a safety now. Our team needs to focus on winning football games. Yeah, Yeah, I agree, but I don't know how you do that. 100% with Armand. The whole defense is out of position, out of sorts. Yep. Let's see here. Feels like we're gonna break into a Mr. Robinson skit. Um, every time you say boys and girls. Oh gosh, yeah. Let's see here. Attention, CY. The attention CY and Tez demanded freed up other players. Yep. And then let's see here. The DBs just have no pride, or receivers either don't get open or Sam doesn't trust them to make the contested catches. All Washington needs, I see you, Jessica. Only time we ever see you is all time. All Washington needs is good offensive line, and we are good. We need help on defense, bro. We need some help, Bentley. On defense, Jeremy Reeves is trash. Jesus, we guys. Hell, he's an all pro. I don't know how you can say the man's trash when he's an all pro. I get it with special teams, but dude's all pro. He's an all pro. I don't know how you can call him trash. Let's see here. It's interesting about Kendall played safety for Kansas City when they won the Super Bowl. Why do they keep putting square pegs in round holes? Yeah. What's up, Chetty? Coaching matters. Just look at the Jaguars. Yeah, they flipped it around in the season. Granted, that was a terrible division, but they flipped it around. It's going to take 5 years minimum to rebuild the roster. Yeah, I don't know, 5 years. You look at Detroit. I know they had a hell of a draft this year. It don't take 5 years. It don't take 5 years. Like I said, you look at Jacksonville. It didn't take them 5 years. They were terrible. They got the number one pick. They got a new voice in there, and it went after they had Urban Meyer up in there for a year. They flipped it. They're in the playoffs. A team that lost us in week 1 last year in the playoffs probably gonna win their division, or depending on how Houston goes. Look at Houston, right? They get two key picks after being through 3 head coaches in 3 years. They get 2 picks up there in the top 5, and look at them dominate with pretty much the same roster. I don't think it takes you 5 years. That's it. That's what Ron would say. Ron agrees with you. It does take 5 years to build the roster. Yeah, they did a lot through free agency too. Let's see. Our Emmanuel Forbes is out of the game and disqualified against the. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Default plays on the other side of Cam, not Reeves. Yep. And then our roster needs talent. The next evaluators are huge for our future. Yep. JA and DP were doubled a lot. No edge rushers. What about Kurt? He's also, yeah, Kurt Samuel probably is gone. He would yeah, anyway. Let's see here. Josh Harris basically says about developing and not winning games. AK, you can't tank if you're bad though. Let's see. At least he was honest about the statement. What's up, NPR 76? And who's gonna take over? Don't know yet. Let's see here. Special teams, he's all pro. He's an all pro. What can you say? He's not trash. He's an all pro. Let's see here. We need everything. Yeah. What I don't understand is why move on. Okay, let's move on. There you go. From Chase to Tez instead of just one of them. Right? I agree with that. Of you, if you, Lord Armand, if you were going to fire Del Rio, their lack of productivity was this trash JDR system. I imagine Richard Rodgers is going to move to secondary coach. He runs down and punts kickoff. That's key. I mean, shit. You look at Jeremy. You look at Matt Slater for the Patriots. Is he trash? Let's see. I believe we're gonna get our ass. Yes, that's probably what's gonna happen. Let's see here. I feel like for Benjamin St. Juice, he's a good corner. I don't know about the Big Simple. Don't know if he's good. Very below average. Just put them in the right position to succeed. And let's see here. Gerald says, "Good morning, Jessica. Our special teams have more all pros than the actual team for shizzle." Donovan Gregory says the end is near. They traded Chase and Sweat when they couldn't get the best out of them. Had to know it was a coaching thing. Tell me why I saw Chase and Boss line up at the DT last night. I don't know. Steve Wilkes, defensive master, learned under Ron Rivera. We picked Forbes over Gonzo. That's a fireable offense right there. Not really. Let's see here. We need guys who want to dominate. Let's see here, downgrade. But we known JDR was a trash coach. Tez and Chase were a product of their system. Look at them now. Yep. Ron Rivera will assume the play calling duties. Jasmine. Let's see here. We don't even know if Chase and Sweat wanted to be here. That's true. Agree. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you. And let's see. Ooh, Lord, we are having it in here today. I love it. Chase and Montez Sweat will not be used right. Look at the 49ers using Chase, but everyone gives Chase Young hell. Sometimes you need to change the scenery too. I tell you this right now. These hometown heroes and everything like that. God rest Dwayne Haskins, soul, Josh Wilson. I know John Allen's from here. No, probably built different. Who knows? But we don't have success with bringing local guys back here. We just don't. 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out. Hell, we brought Josh Wilson here. He was a scrub. After he was looking good in Baltimore. Was he in Baltimore? Yeah, he was in Baltimore. So he's been local. Mediu Williams, terrible. We messed up trading both. Yep, they are balling. I heard breaking. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. More so than anything else, Ron Rivera. Yep. And let's see. We didn't mess up. The truth of the matter is. And let's see here. Those moves need to be done. Brandon Thomas. Yeah. How do former linebackers not know how to scout linebackers? Yes. 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 I've said this before. I said it on Tim's show. I said if you don't know, if we don't have a guy who can find linebackers in this room, then we have more problems. I said this 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. And guess what happened? We got bigger problems. We got bigger fish to fry. Let's say we weren't good with them either. What's up, Super Chef? Ron gonna turn this defense around. Watch his massive defensive play call against Miami next week. Now that would be some shit if that actually happened. I don't think it'll happen, but if that would make me more mad than this right now. That would make me. I would be so furious at that. That's fireable. Because if you know you can call the defense better than Jack Del Rio can, and you didn't relieve him of duty sooner when you actually still had a chance, that doesn't just show more incompetence. That's malpractice. That's malpractice. It's like going to Dr. Nick Rivera and going for a diet and say, he's like, on my diet, you can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. And what did Mark say? And you still lose weight? He's like, hey, it's a free country. Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Ron. Come on now. But that would piss me off. Oh, God. Who are some head coach candidates you want here? I would like Ben Johnson. Why is everybody on Ben Johnson? Not that I'm like, not that I I'm against him. But why is everybody on Ben Johnson? It's because he's in Detroit. Like, why are we on Ben Johnson? I'm not saying I'm against him, but why is everybody on Ben Johnson? Because that's the name that I always hear thrown out. I mean, hell, look at Dan Quinn. Shit, give Dan Quinn a second chance. What he's done with Dallas's defense. And then you know what? Maybe Dan Quinn I'll keep Eric Bieniemy here for y'all if y'all want Eric Bieniemy. But Dan Quinn, I like Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn had he had an MVP quarterback with Kyle Shanahan was there. He took his team to the Super Bowl. They were competitive till the bottom fell out in that AFC South. Maybe Dan Quinn, he was the architect of the Legion of Boom. Give me Dan Quinn. Give me Dan Quinn, if that's the case. Because seemingly looks like he knows how to corral these guys. Let's see. Frost forward below. We could have kept Chase or Tez franchise. You could have kept Chase. You could have gave him that extra year, but they didn't want him. They did not want him. That's why they didn't keep him here. Shout out y'all in the building. Make sure you like this up. Make sure y'all click that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. And if it's your first time, welcome to On the Warpath. Sanchez 405 with you as we are here talking about the not the Ron Rivera, but the Jack Del Rio release Firegate here on Black Friday. We had to go do a wholesale as Jack Del Rio has been relieved of duties here with our Washington Commanders. So appreciate y'all for pulling up and rocking and rolling. What I may do, I may even open up the line today. So if y'all want to do it, and y'all, we got 36 likes up in the building. Let's make sure we get that. Let's pump the likes up here because I know some of y'all love that Jack Del Rio. If you love that Jack Del Rio was fired, make sure you click that like button. I'm not cheering for Jack Del Rio, but I'm like, if y'all love it, if y'all love the fact that Jack Del Rio was fired, thumbs up, please. I know if y'all didn't like it, let's see here. Tommy Chong says LB now is a different position than 20 years ago. Yeah, but Tommy, come on now, man. That's an excuse. That's Ron Rivera's been in the damn game. He's had Luke Kuechly. Shit, Jack Del Rio was the linebackers coach for Ray Lewis and Peter Bull wearing them. He knows good. They know what linebackers in this era are supposed to look like. They know. Let's see here. Oh, here's Red up in there. Chase didn't want to be here anymore. Yeah, it's true. Let's see. What up from the Jets press by? Okay. All right now. Hey, Alex, can you ask Robert Saleh just for me, brother? Ask Robert Saleh what kind of how does he care for that beard right there? Because it looked like it's penciled in. I heard Jack Del Rio was can. It won't save Ron Rivera. No, you're right. Let's see here. Have some. They have a respect for Ron and what he has been through, so they're not going to do that like him during the season. Yeah, and that's bad, Juju McGumbo. You don't hire local. You hire the best for the job. I agree with you, PE. Agree with you there. Jason Herman, big question. Was it the players or the scheme? I see defensive linemen standing around out there. I think it's a combination of both. I really do. People talk about the coaches. I think it's a lot with the players as well too. You can scheme up as much as you want to in games. Sometimes if you ain't got the players, it's going to do it. And I read some of Ron's quotes from his initial program, right? And all it did was lie. Lie. We have two linebackers, Jamie Davis and David Mayo, and younger David Mayo and Cody Barton. I hear you, bro. Let's see here. I'm big on getting rid of players that don't want to be on the team. Yeah, that's true. But JD is gone red. Let's see here. As of right now, a loss is a win. Tank mode. We can't tank if we're already terrible. Number 2 offense in the league. Washington fans don't know what they want. Let's see here. I would hire Quinn away from Dallas. Yeah, I'd take him. Let's see here. It's a good start. Obviously, we know what's coming, top to bottom. Even the landscaping company get rid. Still alive. That's pretty funny. I want any person in Howard Roseman's office to be our next general manager. I take a Howard Roseman intern at this point on the job training. The question is, who do you want as GM? Need a GM before you hire a head coach. Half the problems come from bad drafts. I think you got to go with either if you can lure Adam Peters away from San Francisco, kind of like what Armand said. Anybody in Philadelphia's front office, anybody in Kansas City who might be worth a damn, I'd get them. So I think there's people around the league, and then there might be people who are who you really haven't heard of that are out there that are well respected. Bill Belichick, nah, I'll pass. Hard pass on Bill Belichick. I told y'all this before. I'm very ageist when it comes to my head coaches, and I respect everything that Bill Belichick has done, recording people and everything like that. You know what? He might have a new job on Smile You're on Candid Camera here pretty soon, but yeah, I'm good. Bill Belichick. If you want to become an advisor, yeah, bring him on. But I'm good. 72-year-old Bill Belichick just isn't eye appealing, for me. Let's see here. I don't know who this is. Sounds like it might be potential spam. Hey, I might go off on somebody again. Here, hold on real quick. Hello? Speaking. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. Okay. All right. Appreciate you. Thanks, sir. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, car appointment. Anyway, that's how we do. We always do. I thought it was going to be a spam call. I could have got y'all again. They said it's potential call. Dan Quinn will be an excellent choice. Yeah, but that's depending on who the GM is. John Graves, he said, Corey, I was in my gym lifting when my wife came downstairs and told me the good news. I was ready to have church. When I heard that, did 2 extra reps on the bench to celebrate. Now we know John is like, what John, what you bench pressing, like 500 pounds, something like that. We know. Yeah, do 2 reps. Mojo Daddy Mystic says, when Doc Walker starts talking draft, you know it's over. That's right. Yeah, he was talking draft with Russell the other day. Let's see. I'm trolling. Let me stop. Let's see here. If you love he was fired, click that like button, but I'm not. LOL. What's up? What's up, Encore? Let's see here. You wanted to keep Jack Del Rio? No. He's quoting what I said on let's see. Not leaving the Cowboys. Get whatever player he wants. Wilmer Clay draft guy. Let's see here. And Jack drafted Khalil Mack in Oakland. And let's see. I'm repeating. Yeah, that's what it is. Players have been given on EV. Corey, I want to see Jabril Cox on the field. Hey, he might be another scrub we can see on the field too. Ultimately, it's always the coaches. Players are only doing what they're coached to do and what coaches allow them to get away with. Damn, they must let Ben St. Jude. He must have a ragamarole on what these people are doing. Y'all, we got 87 in the building. Let's get them likes up. Make sure y'all come in here and like it up. Can I coach at this point? Yes, you can, Encore. You can coach. You can be the head of I don't know. Um, you can be the beat manager. There you go. You can be the beat manager. Bring that dole out there, brother, and just have that war cry ready for us. Right now, we get the number 7 pick in the draft. It's going to get higher. Trust the process. So Ron will be the DC. Who will be the DB's coach? Ron. I think they give Richard Rodgers the pull at that because that's his buddy from Cal who's been with him also. So Richard Rodgers would probably step into that role. Certified Yam Inspector. Daddy smokes yams. Someone has reported that EB and Del Rio got into it. Not sure if it's true, but have you heard anything about that? Haven't? Wouldn't be surprised. Let's root for the Giants this week. LOL. I ain't rooting for no damn Giants. Breaking news: Washington Commanders hired Corey. Bullshit. They hired me. You think I'd be I sit up there, I'd be my ignorant. They couldn't have my ignorant ass up there. Cause I'd be like, oh homeboy. I'd be like, Steve Russ, come here, you fired. Like that's what I do. I say, get somebody else up in here. They're like, Corey, you can't fire. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Get his ass out of there. He don't know how to coach linebackers. I can get 3 or 4 high school coaches around here that could coach up linebackers in secondary better than Steve Russ. You mean trash to Benjamin St. Toast. That's what we calling him too. Let's see. Trust the process. I remember when someone told me in 2021 Ron is washed, and I refused to believe. Me too. What's next for Rivera? God, he couldn't do TV. He'd be terrible on TV. Let's see here. JDR calling here. Corey's talking. Hey, Bulls. Yeah, I mean, shit. Everybody talking smack about him, John. Now Jack Del Rio can go to all these rallies that he ever wanted to do. He can go march on the Capitol. He can do whatever the hell he wants to. Good. Like that. That's what he can do. He can go campaign. He can figure out what's going on. He can go. He can be an election poller. That's what he can do now. Go ahead, Jack. Nicole says, I'm happy. Uncle's laughing. Let's see, I'm almost there. We on binging because the Lions are having success. Yeah, we like the flavor of the month. Did you see Magic and his family wearing command? I did. I saw Mama Magic wearing them too. Let's see. That wasn't Cookie, was it? No, Cookie's not that old. Ron is the master deflector. He can defect with the best of. Yes, he can. It makes me mad all the time. Let's see. Ron only had one winning season dating back to when he was the coach of the Panthers. That's not accurate, but okay. He's got 3, but the Jeffersons, George and Weezy. I publicly apologize for calling LaShawn McCoy a hater 2 weeks ago. EB's situational football incompetence is mind blowing. He's still a hater though. You can be both can be true. George and Weezy, both can be true. Let's see here. I would love someone from the Eagles of San Francisco staff to be GM. EB has proven to me that just being on a high achieving staff doesn't make you ready to step up and do it yourself. Kind of what you just said in that first sentence too, John. Just because you part of a high achieving staff don't mean you are ready to be a prime time player. What's our next move? On to Miami. Let's see. JDR is about to start a dust up. That's right. His defense was a dust up. It's more like a crust up. Can you see Ron stammering through answers? No, because he loves those guys. But can you see? Can you see Ron Rivera right on calling the plays? Now, guys, out of abundance of care, you really see that we're gonna go. We're gonna do this. Like, Coach, what are we doing? Let's see here. We can be that shit right there, big simple. And let's see here. When is it a good time to call Forbes a bust? Give him a year. And let's see here. You're right about that. And let me out magic head. This is how you know we've read. Look, I'm gonna do something that I know I shouldn't do, but y'all have heard enough from me. I'm opening up the line. If you want to call and chit chat, talk about Jack Del Rio, I'm gonna give it to you. The number is down here on the bottom. This is just gonna be a makeshift Monday after pill, as we don't have nothing to talk about. So y'all want to call in on Black Friday, and we're gonna get some structure to this. We're not gonna go 3-minute calls. What went wrong? When would you have fired Jack Del Rio? And yeah, there you go. Just give me a 1 to 2 minute synopsis of how you feeling right now. If you want to call the number 661 Warpath, you can call in and we'll chit chat for a little bit. Don't be scared. We need to stop making these bum quarterbacks look like stars out here. Yeah, that's true. And that's that was a Jack Del Rio specialty, right? We weren't. Here we go. Let's see. Sean is on the line. What's up, Sean? What's up, brother? Give me 2 seconds here, and I'm gonna get you on. So people can hear you. Give me a sec. There we go. So we got Sean here, y'all. So what's up? Talk to me.
What was your question again?
I said, how are you feeling after Jack Del Rio got fired?
Man, I think Ron should have left with him. Honestly. I think we should have gave EB a chance to see what he can do with these last 5 or 6 games we got left. To see what he can do. Mm-hmm. But I think Ron should have left with him. Ron, yeah. I mean, they both should have been left when we played who was Justin Fields, the Bears?
Yeah, against the Bears. Yep.
They should have been left.
So let me ask you. You said we should give EB a chance. What has EB done with the offense that makes you think that he's ready to show you that he can be a head coach?
I mean, what Ron has done. Ron been here for the last 4 or 5 years.
Ron's made it. I get that, but what has EB done? I'm not talking about Ron. I'm talking about EB right now.
My thing is, if we're gonna interview him to see if he's gonna be our coach, even if we do interview him, mm-hmm. we got to see. We can't see at least what he can do as a head coach.
I mean, we can't see what he's doing.
I understand. Yeah, I understand everything hasn't been pretty with Sam Howell throwing multiple interceptions a game. I understand everything hasn't been pretty, but I mean, I still give him a chance at head coach, even with the last 5 or 6 games left we had.
Okay. All right, then. Well, yeah. All right, Sean. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, man. Nice talking to you.
Hey, nice talking to you, too.
All right.
And shout out to Sean on that one. Yeah, I get where he's coming from. Like, no doubt about it. Like, people want to see EB, but I think I've seen all I need to see. I think that does he have the situational knowledge to go out there and get it? Maybe he does. It's 1 year to play calling, but he came out here knowing that this would be a lame duck year for this head coach. And here we go. Let's see what we got. I think this might be Alex. I knew it was Alex. What's up, buddy?
Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Oh, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Oh, it's a beautiful day, man.
Talk to me, brother. How you feeling?
It's so pathetic. We're like rooting for grown men losing their jobs.
Like, look, I told you I wasn't rooting for nobody losing a job. I told you. I've told you from jump.
Well, rooting
Jack
for people. Probably prefers this. It's like Rio Robinson said. He's MAGA Jack. He's getting ready for election year.
That's right. He is. He's getting ready for 2024. He ain't no lies told.
Oh man, I was at Rio. I saw Rio Robinson's rant after the game for like an hour and 20 minutes. Man, that boy was going off. I mean, he was just going all that. Honestly, I got all my frustration out during the Giants game on Sunday, and because I knew we were gonna lose this game. I just thought, okay, I'd rather be 5-7 than 4-8 to beat the Giants, and we didn't do that. So,
right.
And I mean, the Sean Taylor thing before the game was kind of cool, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
That was cool. That was cool with his daughter and everything she was doing. That's awesome. But back to the terrible team here for a minute. I said I had a whole speech prepared for the call.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to do it today, so I'm just going to go off the cuff.
Yeah, go ahead. Go off the cuff.
Yep. Jack Del Rio, terrible. Eric Bieniemy, terrible. Ron Rivera, terrible. The players on the roster, terrible. Defense, terrible. Special teams, terrible. Tress Way's not even having that good of a season. Offense is terrible. The run game is inconsistent. The pass game is inconsistent. Everything's inconsistent.
Yes.
You scored 19 points against the Giants, and now you're scoring 10 points against Dallas, which honestly that shouldn't surprise anybody because I don't know. The fourth down plays killed me. The fact that we didn't go for it on 4th and short on the first couple drives, but we went for it and on the other side of the field, and we're dropping back, passing it on 4th down and 1. Like, why not do just a little push out? There were so many run plays on Thursday, and really this whole season.
Right.
We just hand the ball off to Robinson, and he runs into the pile. It's like, why aren't we? Like, why don't you toss it out or change it up a little bit? It's like, I feel like Eric Bieniemy only runs the ball just so he can reassure the fans that he knows how to run the ball.
Right.
It's like he doesn't care about actually strategizing for the run.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's the most simple crap Madden bullshit ever. It's like, who's worse, Scott Turner or Eric Bieniemy? I can't figure it out.
Yeah, they're about the same. I ain't gonna lie. There hasn't been much different though. But yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, though, right? we continue to move on.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah,
Thanksgiving
was great, though, man. The turkey was not dry. Hallelujah.
That's good. That's good turkey.
I started eating pie right around halftime, and the only thing that made
did Dolly make you throw up when you saw her up there in the Cowboys? I mean, pie.
That didn't make me throw up. What made me throw up is when she started singing "We Are the Champions."
Hey, that's Dallas. Hey. Dallas on
that's not even her song. That's not even her song. Dude.
Yeah, it's not.
She sang like 2 of her songs, and she sang what she sang. "We Are the Champions." It's like I did kind of start getting down and dancing when she started singing 9 to 5. I can't.
Yeah, I did too. I sang that part too, bro.
Yeah. By the way, who was that dude that called you yesterday? And you were like, "The Commanders and the Cowboys are playing on."
Yeah, it was a spam call. It was a spam call. It was a American Solar spam call.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
There's the Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving. You need to get it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron Rivera. He must listen to a lot of Johnny Cash because he's always wearing black.
That man in black. That's right. Yes, sir.
He's the man in black. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
What?
Dude, I'm so glad Jack is calling up because this means we can officially start the process. I mean, like I said, Jack would have been fired after the Giants game if we weren't playing on a short week.
Yeah, you're right.
He definitely would have been. I thought he should have been fired before then.
Yeah.
Like some say he should have gotten fired after the Bills game. I think that's too early. That Bears game was the last straw for me.
Hey, Alex, I hate to cut you off, but I do got other people calling me, bro. Okay.
All right, man.
All right. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Be good. What we got here?
Call from
Super Chef.
What's up, Super Chef? How you feeling, bro?
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning, brother. How you doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Trying to get everything straight, man, for this Black Friday. But back to the conversation, man.
Yes, sir.
Who I think that we should bring on, this is not the truth fitness. Like Doc Walker, all the people who think they got all the answers. Come on in here and coach the defense, man. Yep. So that when you fail, you can go to and shut up. Like all of them. Fred Snoop, all of them, man. Y'all come on here and coach this defense. And then when y'all get the same treatment, all y'all can go to. Y'all can all go to because everybody swear up and down they got all the answers, man.
Yeah, that's true. We ain't got the answers though. We wouldn't be 4-8 if we got the answer, all the answers.
Correct. But as far as Sam, man, Sam, I just hope it don't rub off on him.
Yeah.
Because we're very infectious. And once he starts saying like, man, I'm going out here putting my life on the line to, build up points and get points for us. So if I'm doing my part and everybody else ain't doing theirs, man, it kills your morality, man.
Right.
I just hope it don't rub off on him. That's what I'm saying. Like, these people got to go, man. It's so gonna rub off on him, man. That's all I got on it.
Yeah,
man. All these people who swear up and down, they got all the answers, man.
Yeah, we ain't cursed though. We just bad, bro. Just remember that.
Yeah, I was about to go there.
Yeah, I know. Look, Look, I keep my receipts. I keep them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm glad you guys had a beautiful Thanksgiving, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
You guys be blessed. And I'm about to head back to my job, what I got to do, but I had to put my 2 cents in.
I appreciate you, Super Chef. Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah. No doubt, brother. Straight from Bob Beach, Virginia, man. Check me out.
I heard that. Shout out to Super Chef. We appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, brother.
All right. Talk to you later. Shout out to Super Chef there, man. Yeah, I mean, he makes good points there. If y'all want to call in and chit chat, I'll keep it open for another 20 minutes or so. And like I said, let's keep it to about 2 minutes or so, 2-3 minutes. And let's see here. Let's see. News flash. Here we go. If we have a top 5 pick, I guarantee you we'll pick a quarterback. Just saying. Don't kill a messenger. Just plain facts. I mean, could draft left tackle. Don't know. PCC says, I don't think so. I think they'll trade back for another first. We'll see. Ain't nobody shooting the messenger. We all mad. All of God's children are mad today. Shout out to y'all, Ron Rivera, and No, they weren't. They that's not accurate. It's just Ron Rivera. Yeah, it's not accurate. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is just the first stepping stone. We know what's ahead. Ron's going to call his defense, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I just need him to answer questions. That's all it is. And let's see here. Should take one of those. Yeah. I don't know who we're going to draft for it. Sam has shown flashes. He's shown that he can be good, and he showed he can be really bad. So we'll see. I was like, I think we might got the guy. And then I'm like, oh, Aaron, the whole staff is going to go. The whole staff's going. That's probably. We know that the staff is gone after January. Well, on January 9th. The staff will be gone. That's the end of the season. After we play Dallas in Week 18, the staff will be gone. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't think they're gonna. There's no be fooling around. Their key cards might be deactivated when they leave Ashburn that Friday before the game. That's where I'm thinking. Or they may let them come in. Here we go. We got another call coming in here. We got one from Old Richmond, Virginia. Let's see here. Pick up.
Call from
Merle Garrett.
Merrill is in the building. What's up, Merrill?
What's up, Carl?
Not much, man. How you feeling?
I'm doing good, man.
Good. Talk to me.
These leftovers here.
I heard that.
But yesterday's game just showed what I was saying way back in OTAs, that this team has literally no talent to compete with the rest of the teams in the NFC East. That showed yesterday. I mean, Dallas wasn't even playing hard yesterday. It was like a training camp practice for them.
Uh-huh.
They could have blown the door off us anytime they wanted to. That's the way I feel about it.
Right.
Obviously, there's going to be change with the organization, head coach, staff, and all that. But, if they reach a point in the draft, like top 5, I can guarantee they're going to draft a quarterback. There's no question about that.
if they reach the top 5. If they stay where they're at right now at number 7, probably not. But if they reach anywhere from, I'll say 5 to 3, which is a real possibility.
Right.
Going to draft a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
My personal favorite would be Jalen Daniels, but I'm not the talent evaluator or anything.
Yeah.
Also, I think whoever the next GM is, Eugene Chen's going to have a lot to say about who the GM is going to be because he's going to be working with that person very closely.
Yeah, the analytics guy, and you talking about Jaden Daniels from LSU, who's having a Heisman-like season right now down there. So, yeah, I mean, it could be. It just depends on because you need a lot of help. I think there's no area where you don't. And, I kind of say there's talent on this roster. To say there's no talent, I do think that's a little that is a little short-sighted. There's talent on there. Now, is it premier talent? No, it's two different things, right? It's like when you go to the gas station, right? You can get unleaded, super, and premium. We on the first level. We on the 87 switch right now. We got to get to 91.
But every other team in the division at least has one player that you can say is on that premium.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And that's what I've been saying too, is that we've got to find a guy who is of that premium talent. Now you look at Philadelphia, they've traded for a lot of these guys, and then they've helped with draft, like AJ Brown. They brought in. When did they really start turning the tide? When Sirianni got there, but AJ Brown took them to a new level. They took them to a new level with with Jalen Hurts, right? Yeah. So I think he. Go ahead.
But you can also see for Howard Roseman, he has drafted well.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
But they have drafted well.
Yeah. Yeah, I give him that.
And Dallas Cowboys obviously has drafted well with Will Wyatt down there. He's been there forever, so they're going to draft well.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see with the direction of what this team's going. They're more analytical. They got to go fall in love with players, fall in love with the numbers.
Right.
If you're predicting, you'll stay. If you're not, you don't.
Yeah.
And I think that's how every organization should be run. So I'm glad Josh Harris is starting to transition the organization into that. I've always said you love the team, you don't love the players.
Right.
They come back.
That's why I don't buy jerseys.
Exactly.
That's why I don't buy jerseys. I love the team. I don't love the players. So I like the players. Don't get me wrong, but So, hey, Merrill, I got another call coming in here, brother. Okay.
All right, brother.
All right. Good talking to you as always, pal.
Same here.
All right. Shout out Merrill Garrett there as we're gonna get our next caller here.
Call from
Lawrence.
To accept, press.
Here we go. What's up, Lawrence?
Hey, what's up, Warpath?
How you feeling, bro? I'm doing as best as I can.
Man, I'm trying to hang on in there.
I heard that. Talk to me.
Yeah, so I called out. Once we lost Chicago, I was already, determined, man, this season's already over. You can't beat the team you should beat, how you gonna beat the team you can beat?
Right.
My thing is, as far as the defense, the whole secondary, and you get pass rushes, and we gotta protect, Sam Howell.
Right.
My first pick, left tackle. That's the first pick should be. I know Brock Byers, he generation talent, but Howell can't throw the ball,
Right.
He gonna get kicked out there, So our main focus can be off the line. You know what I'm saying? You can use that trap, that cap space. Because Curtis Samuel, he's a free agent out this year, right?
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Yeah. So I heard, we should do, off the line. Hopefully, we get somebody free agent. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Jaws Harris and, leaves the line. Try to get some, some top players. Because yesterday we couldn't get by, no hands on Prescott. It was just terrible. It was just like, what are we doing? Then we got guys blitzing and they look all out of place. I said to myself, you know how Dallas kept doing them, like them off tackles, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They seen our weakness, right?
Right.
Coming off the Seattle game. Seattle, then it transformed the Giants game. I said they kept doing off cycles. There was one play they ran. It was early first half. They ran to the right side.
Mm-hmm.
It's like linebacker. They go on the inside. Like it's like they don't know what they doing. Communication detail.
Right.
But I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I know you got your other callers, but I just want to touch base on that. You know,
I appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's good insight too, brother. That's good insight. Good talking to you too.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to say. You know, I feel like we need to get like 6'2" because receivers, because we got small receivers. I'm a big guy. I have to catch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hamm might get the break tackle that has some speed. I feel like we need one of them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, we need a big body, and that's something we have failed at for years. And I mean, you look at some of those guys that we thought that would be kind of big bodies in here, like when we got Malcolm Kelly and Devin Thomas about 15 years ago now, and we thought those cats were going to be the guys that we thought they were going to be. And yeah, no, I think it's a big boys game. And you look at some of these receivers like AJ Brown, you look at DK Metcalf, the guys that we have struggled with. They've got these big body receivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Do you remember?
Go ahead.
Do you understand when Dave Mayo was at corner Seattle game?
Oh God, yeah. I remember when Jamin Davis was at corner too on oh crap, who was on against Philadelphia on Swift. And they got him for legal contact. So yeah.
Yeah, he kept doing that. You know what I'm saying? Linebackers bad. Shut down linebackers.
Yeah. They're useless, man. Yeah. Our linebackers are useless.
Like, I don't know why they ain't real cops. You know what I'm saying? The season over with. Yeah. Like, you know, why draft the man?
Yeah.
Special teams, come on.
Yeah,
why pick up the man now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So I had to say.
Yeah, no, yeah, we appreciate you, man. Call back again, okay?
Yes, sir. Good talking to you.
Good talking to you too, Lawrence. Shout out to Lawrence there on the line. Let's get to some of these comments here. Let's see here. Let's see. Ron should have to defend his job via two-hand combat. He'd be like the little fighting monkey on the Simpsons, where he's got the little knife and he's like, that's gonna be Ron. He's gonna get his eye poked out and everything like that. If he can defend his spot against 3 viable candidates, he says one more. He ain't staying one more year. Ron is gone. It's like in Pulp Fiction when she has Bruce Willis's character, honey, who's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead. EB has to deal with the offensive line dealt him. O-line, guys, O-line. But Jack had 4.5 years to develop a dominant defense. He didn't. EB's situation is so different. It's different. You're not wrong. But even with that defense, even with the offensive line, the prize pick of this year was EB's boy, Andrew Wiley, on that offensive line. And he's been the worst. He's got undrafted Chris Paul playing better than him. And he refuses to make a change at the right tackle spot. And then you got PFF telling us that he's one of the best right tackles in the game, and he's getting the doors blown off of him. Let's see here. And we had people calling for Jack Del Rio back in 2021. I see poor talent all over. At times, but no consistency, above average talent. Terry Duran, overall this season has shown me that we have the single worst roster in the league. I don't know about all that, but okay. The main thing is becoming a team that relies on toughness and physicality in the trenches. This outflanked you pass first shotgun base bullshit needs to stop. Everything since Gruden. Let's see. We've tried this garbage. I want to be built like the 49ers, like the Lions, like the Ravens. Let's see here. And any other team that is tough and physical, period. I know it ain't 1990. I'm old school, but I know what it takes to win in this league today. What's up, Brandon? Let's see here. Make both of the Martys. Jesus Christ. This team currently constructed is soft as Charmin shit paper. Both sides of the ball because both schemes are soft. Everyone needs a size, complement, speed, attack, weakness, and opponent. Mike, will you be at the game tomorrow? When they got you working, EB knew the situation. Yeah, he knew what the situation was. He knew what the situation was. They would have brought him back to Kansas City. EB knew what the situation. That's what I'm saying. EB knew what the situation was. That's what I'm saying. I know what you were saying earlier. The O-line needed never comes through, and that's been proven throughout the year. Running the ball, not in crucial situation, absolutely not. Throw the ball. Shh. Come on, man. Chris Paul was drafted, but take your point. Let's see. They wait until the end of the year. That's why they didn't fire him. But yeah, y'all, I mean, I don't know. We got a lot. There's a lot to work on with these boys. There's a lot to work on. We know that. Let's see here. Key himself. Appreciate it. You're the dad I never had because my mom was a 304. What in the world? Key self. You're the dad I never had because my mom was a 304. Appreciate the super chat, Key himself. Thank you for that one. Yeah, thanks. That's a good one. So, yeah, like I don't know where we go from here, but we know it's coming. We know the roster is coming. The Cardinals roster is worse than ours. There you go. Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. Their roster is worse than ours. There's one. Let's see here. But yeah. The sky is falling. Like I said, this ain't rock bottom because we don't know what rock bottom. We continually try to rediscover what rock bottom is. And we have yet to figure it out. That intel, folks, is when we will figure out where we're going in. And another one, Key himself said, I remember when Jared said AG was a first round running back. Wasn't he like a third? Didn't he get picked in the third round? That's another thing. That's another thing with Ron Rivera and company. They don't use these guys properly. Kind of like what Roger said. It's gone to the scheme. We tried to make Antonio Gibson into this carry it every down back. And he's a guy in space. We can agree to disagree. That's okay. They don't have a better roster than us, but okay. Let's see here. Remember, yeah, thank you for the super chat again. Appreciate that. Yeah, but I don't know. We move on. I'm tired. I just need us to be. Oh, and then no, I know what Jared said. I appreciate this super chat again. Oh, God, yeah, I got you. I figured that one. No, Jay. I'd love to have Brock. But I appreciate the super chat again. I'd love to have Brock Bowers, Mojo Daddy Mystic, but I mean, I think you got some more concerns. Like that's the one thing is our tight ends are terrible. I don't care what y'all think about Logan Thomas, but our tight ends are terrible. I know the whole roster, for the most part, is bad, but our tight end play has been abysmal. Outside of Logan Thomas, and they're basically spoon feeding this guy the ball half the time. Like Cole Turner, we had a Cole Turner sighting at the end of the game. Let's see who else. Logan Thomas has 400 and some odd yards receiving. He's the third leading receiver on the team. Yeah. Yeah, it's a luxury. Yep. Tight end is bad. Linebacker's worse than tight end, I think, on the roster, though. They're about 1A, 1B. It's really comparing apples to oranges. Like I said 2 years ago, Ron was a worse version of Jeff Fisher, but nobody listened. Yeah, Jeff got a lot of time, too. Jeff got a lot of time. He did Houdini us. Remember Jeff Fisher? And it makes us getting Houdini by Jeff Fisher and the boys. So I mean, he did draft Jared Goff though. They did. I mean, goodness sakes. He himself says, "How is our guy?" I hope so. Oh, he gonna be a professional play caller too. Him and Jeff Fisher were professional standers. Yeah. I mean, I know, and then Ron, he gets a little bit of reprieve though because of his cancer situation 3 years ago, and he went through that. I mean, then he hired Heisenberg, Ron Vermillion. He's trying to cook. So there's been a lot of missteps by Ron Rivera in Washington. But y'all, we're gonna take it off here. I appreciate y'all coming on here. Jack Del Rio, again, we had a spirited conversation. This double downs as the Monday after pill, as well as Jack Del Rio, after the boys get fired, after the boys suck it up, the defense gets shredded for 300 and some odd yards, almost close to 400 yards against the Dallas Cowboys. There's a lot of work to do. There's no one right way to do it. There's no one wrong way to do it, but we have seen the wrong way a lot of times, and we can write the book. They move on. We move on to the next step, which is the Miami Dolphins and getting to the end of the season. Because it's Ron, we're in the final 5. We got 5 on it with Ron Rivera here, and the bye week's coming up too after the Dolphins. So we welcome another former Redskins head coach. It's not head coach, but former Redskins assistant who is now a head coach. Ron Rivera, McDog, is now calling the defensive plays. Yeah. So tell them next time, y'all. Sanchez 405. I will catch y'all Wednesday for Warpath Wednesday, and we will preview the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, and the boys coming to town, and Mike McDaniel. So till next time, y'all, we keep that same damn energy. The Bastards outlasted us, but you know what? It is what it is. Professional standard. As always, we keep the same damn energy. Outlast Bastards together. And love, peace, and health. Somebody get my damn theme music. Happy Black Friday from me to you. We're out.